Calibrating, and I got Jason Fader.
Yep.
Yes, Iocaine Studios. First thing, is that a Princess Bride reference?
I can neither confirm nor deny that, but I believe it is inconceivable.
All right, and we're here to talk about Steam Bandits Outpost, right?
Yes.
Awesome. So, tell me about it.
So, Steam Bandits Outpost is a free-to-play RPG.
Awesome.
We are pretty much inspired by games like Chrono Trigger and old-school Final Fantasy games that were on the Super Nintendo. I played a lot of those things growing up, and I've worked on games like World of Warcraft, Fallout New Vegas, and so RPGs are in my blood, and it just made sense to me to try to find a way to get all these elements into one package and evolve them forward into the free-to-play realm.
Awesome. How did the idea for it come together?
Well, so a few years ago, there were some layoffs at a studio I was at, and so me and several friends, we banded together and thought, we really like working together. We should make a game. And I hadn't taken a vacation in 6 years, and I just wanted to take a break, but they were very adamant about it, so we decided to think of a game. And I looked at what was currently out on the market, what I myself was interested in, and I'm a huge fan of steampunk stuff, and I found there weren't a lot of steampunk games out there. And so the idea kind of just made itself from my brain.
So, Steam Bandits, is that a little mix of steampunk with a bit of the piracy in it?
Yeah, there's pirates, it's steampunk. Basically, the premise that I like to think of it as, it's steampunk technology without electricity. So it's a civilization forced to use steam technology and evolve it beyond what we currently understand steam technology to be. So you see a lot of really cool creative uses of steam tech in this world. And there's airships, there's like robot clockwork things, and there's like a mysterious like tech element, but it's not magic because I don't like putting magic in games. I like explaining things with science. And so in this world, there's a floating blue crystal that has anti-gravitational properties, and there are other breeds of crystals of different colors in the game that have other properties with it. And all this stuff mixed into this world brings us to where we are.
And the art direction of it is beautiful. Is it the classic RPGs that kind of inspires you towards that?
Absolutely. So we wanted to bridge the gap with several audiences. We want to harken back to the style that I grew up with like Chrono Trigger and Final Fantasy, but also use a clean style so that we can invite gamers that might not be into these types of games. So, for example, people that are used to like Facebook games, which are kind of a four-letter word these days, but we wanted to have an art style which would be inviting for them and get them to play an RPG so they can experience what other games are like.
And you mentioned the Facebook games. Is this attached to social media like this, or is this a separate game that you do download?
So we're kind of hybridizing a lot of the features of it. Right now, we're primarily on Steam, and I actually just have a build right now that works on my phone. Since we're using Unity, we're planning on being on PC, Mac, Linux, Android, iOS, and Windows Phone. And the whole thing about the game is, since we're a free-to-play game that's kind of online and connected, once you create an account, your whole entire game is stored in the cloud, essentially. So you make the account, you log in, and then you play on another device and resume that experience, like loading a game.
Excellent. So I could be home playing on my PC, like I gotta go somewhere, stop at the bus stop, I can bring up my phone, start playing it again.
Exactly. Or if you just had some like bad Chinese food and you gotta run to the bathroom, but you just can't put that quest down that you're playing, you can pick up and play wherever you are.
Best pitch ever.
It happens.
But is this your first game? No. Do you have
I've been in the industry for about 15 years. So a lot of the guys I'm working with are a bit younger than me. But it's fine. It's not like I have hair to worry about. Before all of this, I worked on games like Diablo 2, Warcraft 3, World of Warcraft, and Fallout New Vegas. In between World of Warcraft and New Vegas, I started Iocaine with a bunch of college friends, and we came out with a game called Red Space Hyperball, which is also very indie. It's basically like the old Worms game, except in space, multiplayer, real time, and it's crazy. It's a very, very narrow market, but it's a lot of crazy fun.
Perfect thing. So definitely, I imagine all that pedigree of gaming you have with you poured right into Steam Bandits. I can't wait to play it. Is it already out now, or is it?
So right now it's on Steam Early Access. We're targeting a launch later this year.
Right.
And it's the first in a series of 3 games that we're planning using a trans gaming angle. Similarly to what the extra credits guys have coined, basically, or like EVE Online or their Dust 514. The next game we're making is going to be something like a dungeon crawler in the sky where you're controlling an airship directly, co-op with friends, running through boss battles, and then picking up stuff that you can send back to friends playing this game, and then doing like cross-game questing.
Oh, well, hearing about that, do you have any rough dates where you may reveal some footage about that?
I don't want to commit to too much yet since we haven't even started on it, but I imagine the development cycle for it would be about 18 months to 2 years per game. And the third game is going to be something close to the old Crimson Skies game, where now it's like it's an FPS sort of thing, where now you're in the cockpit of a fighter jet and you're dogfighting against other players, PvP style, probably on consoles. And that'll also feed back into the prior two games. You'll be able to do cross-quests with friends and help them out. So that way, if you have friends that don't like playing the games that you like, but there's a game in this world that you like and another game that they like, you guys can interact indirectly by playing the games you want to play.
Oh, and with that interact directly, how is multiplayer in Steam Bandits? Or is it?
So multiplayer is asynchronous. It's primarily more of a social mechanic, similar to other town building games. That way it's more familiar with for the Facebook crowd.
Yeah.
So half of the game is the adventuring RPG side, Final Fantasy, Chrono Trigger style stuff. And then when you're done adventuring, you can go back to your town, build that up, build up crafters, get new recipes, put stuff in your town, decorate it, customize things. And the social aspect is you can visit your friends' towns, help their stuff, visit their crafters, give them recipes and like all player-to-player trading, auction houses, that kind of stuff.
Gotcha. All right. Well, thank you so much for your time. Is there anything you'd like to plug before we go?
You can get Steam Bandits Outpost right now on Steam Early Access. Please play the game. We're not that good at marketing. We're a very humble, small team, not a lot of us, so any help would be appreciated.
All right. This is Justin with Constantly Calibrating, signing off with Jason Vader, Iocaine Studios. So take care, everybody, and sign off.